Oh no, this is no good. This place is a dump. Where is my city? Ah, here he comes now. Hey you, builder man. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, hello there. I didn't expect you back so quickly. What do you think? Hang on a sec. Does the carpet have eyes now?
What are you talking about? Carpet always have eyes. He just hide them sometimes. Like snail. You know snail, right? I am not here to talk about carpet. This place is a dump. Come, I walk you through some problems I see. This house is made out of MUD. What is this about? Also, these guys are kissing when they should be building my city. And what's with these clothes? Unacceptable. What is this palace? It is old and falling down. Do you expect me to live in a broken down old ruin? No, 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 friend. And this wall, it floats. Why does wall float? I gave you genie and this is the best you can do? I expect much quicker progress, friend. I must go for now, but I expect a big improvement when I next return, or my jibes will be twice as cutting.
Hello, my dudes. Welcome back to the Nile style. Last episode, we discovered the secrets of, well, yeah, these retaining walls. Now, you may have seen what's changed because we took the Sultan on a bit of a walk around the colony to see what he thinks, because obviously he's a bit of a backseat builder. And he had nothing but complaints, but here's a quick look at what it looked like before and after the retaining walls went in. Oh man, yeah, now these look the bee's knees. The retaining walls are fantastic. We tidied up some of the edges and fixed the stairs, but ultimately this is still a work in progress and there's way more walls to be built. We'll get around to that in time. But that's a good question actually. Why did we stop building? Well, our builders and our citizens are getting a little bit upset. They don't have food, they don't have a place to sleep. So I want to take care of that pretty quick, because otherwise our dudes are going to be miserable. Now the Sultan did have a really good point. Our colonists at the moment don't really look like they belong to an Arabian empire. And while that's fine, I mean, wear what you want as long as it's comfortable, eh? I do think he has a good point, and there is also a skin set that we have access to, because we're Minecolonies Patreons, that does really look the part. We gave them the French names list, and as always, if you want to become a YouTube or a Patreon member, you can submit your name to the names list on our Discord. And like Milena Star said here, there's a chance you'll join the colony. Now yeah, your robes, your outfit, do look, you know, very modern, not very Arabian. So, in the town hall, under citizen style, I had a look at what I thought might look good. And I think even though Hellenic is kind of Greek, take a look at the difference. Yeah, here we go. I think Milena looks fantastic in these robes. Her skin tone isn't perhaps very Egyptian, but the robes definitely feel like something somebody would have worn in ancient Egypt. Let's go and take a look at the other outfits. Oh yeah, look at this. Our couriers look amazing. Look at those hats. Now this does scream ancient Egypt to me. Very cool. Now we've got this nice big flat area over here that we created after we made the retaining walls. Take a look. And I do think this would be the perfect area for both a restaurant and a tavern. Yeah, oh my god, it's huge. In fact, there's room for even more than that here. But for now, we're going to put down these two buildings and see how much space they take. Now, you make the restaurant with apples, I'm fairly sure. You make the tavern with a barrel. Now, that's sophisticated storage, that won't work. But if we grab some wood, we can make all of this super simple. Over here, check out our botany hopper pots. Fantastic. Bit of jungle log. So quite simply, the jungle logs become planks. We turn some planks into slabs. Those slabs go top and bottom to make a barrel. Now, I'm not sure if like a vanilla barrel will work for this, so we'll find out. There goes the barrel, there goes the build tool, and there is the tavern. Perfect. Now swap that barrel for an apple, and we have a restaurant as well. And here we go. Let's put these bad boys down. Now we have our Minecolonies goggles equipped, so we'll be able to see the preview after it's gone down. That's going to be helpful. We know the tavern itself is quite big, so we'll grab our build tool out of our crafting table on a stick, and let's see how this goes down. It's in fundamentals, it's the tavern, and here we go. Woof, yeah, what a big boy. Oh my god, love these trees, so nice looking. So, oh my god, yeah, the Nile style, it's not a small style. Yeah, oh my god, this takes up almost the entire area. But you know what, that's cool. We've got loads of space to build. We should not feel like we're cramped at all, because we're not. We're really not. The big question, however, is what is the front door for this? Now you can see those other buildings, because we're wearing the goggles, have appeared in the background. Oh man, and that's a sneak peek at how awesome this colony is going to look at level 5. If we can afford the gold, because oh my god, lots of gold for these builds. But yeah, so we can tidy up the front here. It's looking a bit jarring. Let's go to level 3. I think that'll be a better way for us to work out where the front door is. Now, where is the front door? I think this is actually the front door. This looks like the entrance gate. So yeah, now do we want to lower this maybe? No, you know what? I like the idea of the restaurant and the tavern being a little bit raised up. We'll pull it away from the wall over here, because that's a little bit close for comfort. But this looks like the spot. Oh yeah, Superfly TNT, absolute dynamite. So, I think I dynamite put it here. Level 1, tick the box. Now, if we set the builder to start building this, we'll get a preview, so we'll be able to, well, no, we don't even need a preview, because these construction tapes will show us the room we have to work with. Man, yeah, the tavern is huge. This is not a very big area, but I don't think the restaurant is going to be that big. Now, with Spumantii styles, a lot of buildings often come with restaurants. But in fact, with Minecolonies, you can hold the building, right-click it in midair, and this will search through all of the styles to tell you which buildings have the restaurant as part of them. This is a really good way to work out, hang on a sec, how many guard towers will I actually have? Because sometimes things like the town hall come with guard towers, and also for like courier huts as well, the warehouse comes with those. So let's find out where these restaurants are. And it looks like the Nile style only has a restaurant in the default restaurant. Okay, and it's not small. 19 by 22. Oh, that's going to be a difficult fit here. He's not going to fit, is he? Oh, that's a tight squeeze indeed. Now, we can always move the walls. The walls don't have to remain there. But that's going to overlap quite savagely. Okay, what if we push it back? No, it's right up against the wall there. Oh, so we don't have room here for a restaurant. That, you know what, is a-okay. We can find another place and put a different building here. Maybe like a guard tower, because we're very on the edge of the colony here. So okay, where else can we put the restaurant? Let's have a poke around. Maybe up on the hill behind the warehouse. Yeah, that's a good shout, because the restaurant is going to want food delivered from the warehouse, and you want to keep up with those demands. So I think up here behind the warehouse could be the one for us. Let's go and take a look. Yeah, now is there enough room up here? Well, let's find out. Go to Fundamentals, Restaurant, and fingers crossed, my dudes, fingers crossed. So if we border this, oh yeah, you know what? This is looking like a good spot for us. We can push it over, push it back, and well, the Sultan did say he didn't like this castle, so I think it does have to go. We're not going to have enough room. These buildings are way too big. We're going to have to, oh my god, unfortunately erase some history and destroy some ruins. Archaeologists everywhere will be furious at me, but you know what? Progress stands in the way of no man. In fact, maybe we can squeeze it without destroying the castle just yet. Yeah, this actually just about fits. Yeah, look at that. It shaves off one block of this structure. Ah, well. So let's take it to level 5 and see what it looks like and where the front door is. So the front door, this is kind of like a front door, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like a front door to me. And oh my god, this thing looks incredible at level 5. I've got to say, Spumantii does knock it out of the park. Every pack he builds, the level 5 buildings, just have so much TLC. This guy must have spent like an hour with a microscope, just going over the finer points of this build and getting everything top notch. I like this a lot, and I think it's going to look good here. So we're going to pull the trigger on this. So the big moment of truth, what does level 1 require to get these built? This could be bad. So we've got furnaces, no problem. White wool, campfire dirt, white wool slabs, mud bricks. Yeah, nothing crazy. 1 flower pot, not too bad. Packed mud, we got under control. Bamboo and scaffolding, no worries. A pot, jungle wood. Oh yeah, at level 1, there's no problem building this. Let's go and check out the tavern, and let's, fingers crossed, hope that that isn't crazy materials either. It might be. The tavern obviously only comes in 3 levels. You can't take the tavern to level 4 or 5. Level 3 is the max, and that's why a level 3 tavern often has pretty crazy material requirements to build it, but let's find out. Level 1, sandstone, green cactus extra. Oh man, I wonder where are we going to find some cactus? Oh no, where's the cactus? There's no cactus. Nah, jokes, there's cactus everywhere. This is really cool. When I've played Minecolonies previously, the biggest problem has been finding cactus, because desert is usually really hard to find. And luckily, well, it's not hard to find today. Oh, and look at this. The tavern even comes with a guard tower. I'm not sure I'd like to drink at a pub that has like a guard tower inside it, like the police. Sounds like, you know, a recipe for disaster, but I guess in ancient Egypt, they didn't have much choices. Yeah, it's just cactus, sand, jungle wood, bamboo, no problems whatsoever. So I'm going to go over to my camp, gather up all of these materials, and let's see if we can get these 2 bad boys built in the morning. Now, the first order of business for our builder is, of course, going to be chiseling away that edge of the ruins that we have on the border of our colony. We could have done that for the builder, but I forgot. And she's got a pickaxe, so she can get to it, right? She's also got plenty of shovels to deal with the sand, and we've trimmed away some of those bushes because, yeah, builders have a habit of getting pricked on cactuses, and that's bad. That means they get poisoned. And I've seen some builders walk around, you know, a bit worse for wear because they got pricked on some cactuses. So we will have to be careful about some of the prickly cactuses that are around the colony. But while we're doing the restaurant, it's a good idea to talk about food. So while the colonists live in low-level housing, which is going to count as the level 1 tavern, they don't need that much to be happy. We'll be able to just supply the restaurant ourselves with some stacks of bread from our botany hopper pots, some baked potatoes, some carrots and things, some very easy food. And these guys are so easy to please, that should keep them going for now. Obviously, when the colony gets bigger and we want to level up our buildings, especially our housing, to level 2, 3, 4, and 5, we'll need way more complicated food. And that's a good point, because we're in a desert biome. A lot of crops just won't grow for Minecolonies. So we might have to rely on some of the dishes from Pam's Harvest Craft and some of the other mods. It's not great because meals that aren't from Minecolonies are only 25% as effective, but since we're in a desert, we might be locked to a few of those choices. Anyway, the restaurant has been built. This is very exciting news, and I think it's time for us to replace one of our couriers over here and give ourselves a chef. Exciting times. Let's jump in and see who our new chef is gonna be. Oh man, I am seriously digging the vibe of this restaurant, and it looks so much better with our colonists wearing these really cool robes. Now, we currently have 3 couriers and 1 builder, and that ratio is just way off. Oh my god, I love the bun on the back of Melena's head. Stop moving, I can't see your bun. Freeze, freeze, sucker. There we go. Look at that bun. That bun is amazing. But yeah, oh man, I love this skin set. Anyway, let's go over here into the mud hut and yeah, recruit ourselves a chef. Now it looks like Lisha the Stinky has become a chef. We hired her from the couriers because you can only have 2 couriers in a level 1 warehouse anyway. And this is really good news. Now we're gonna go over here to the menu and add some basics. So we want bread. Definitely not flat bread, not man shit bread, glowing bread. We just want the basic bread. Where's basic bread? There we go. A menu lacking quality food may not satisfy your citizens, but it'll keep them alive, and that's what we're going for at the moment. We also want a baked potato, so that'll do as well. We'll need to make sure this the restaurant has the food. Also, charcoal and coal are on, and we're also going to add some of the basics like carrots. Carrots are edible, and they go up to residence level 2. Again, 25% nutrition isn't that bad, because we can stockpile like this bad boy up with tons and tons and tons of food. Oh yeah, look at this, fantastic. We've got so much wheat in here. We need a way to get rid of these seeds as well. We can maybe turn them into bone meal or biomass. That is, of course, a choice. Oh, look at these potatoes as well. That's fantastic. And there should be carrots in here too. Amazing. Now, this is a good opportunity for us to use our backpack. I haven't put it on my back yet, but we should probably do that now. And also you need to assign a key to your backpack. I think the default is B, but that also is set to waypoints at the moment. So we're going to mess around with some controls. There we go, open backpack on B. That just makes so much more sense. So now we press B, bam, backpack, and we're going to pile loads and loads of food in here. Yeah, the good stuff. And we'll get some potatoes as well. Again, potatoes we can't really do because we need to cook these. So we'll put a few of these into our furnaces for now. Now, I'm not quite sure which inventory is the best place to put all of these things. We'll try and use them all. We'll put some carrots. And let's get the wheat out of my backpack and turn it into bread. It's very simple. There's 64. There's another 64. And not quite 64, but 42. So we'll put in the inventory here a bit more bread. In the rack over here, a bit of bread. Not working.
If you say so.
We'll also right-click directly on Lisha, and in her inventory, will also give us some bread, a stack. I'll need some for myself, because I'm a hungry chap. But there we go, Lisha's eating it from her backpack. And it's in the restaurant, so these guys should be going over here and eating. Now, another way you can diagnose problems on your colony is, of course, with the clipboard. We put ours somewhere, so I'll go and grab it, and let's take a look and see what that says. Here we go. So there's 3 items on the clipboard that are of interest to us. Open requests. So Lisha wants, she wants 16 baked potato. She wants 16 potatoes. She also wants wheat dough. So I think Lisha is trying to bake the bread herself. Wheat dough, this stuff right here, from Farmer's Delight. This is very curious indeed. Wheat can be turned into dough by crafting it with a water bucket. Don't worry, the bucket's water won't be depleted. Okay, well that is good news, kind of. Man, that's a weird one though. Every now and again, Minecolonies kind of just turns around and says, hang on a sec, no, we're not doing it the way you want to. Grab some water. We're doing it the way I want to. So we can just, oh yeah, look at this. So the water doesn't go away and we can make this into infinite dough. Now I think this actually gets you a piece of bread for every single piece of wheat. So it's a much better conversion ratio. And I think that means the chef at the restaurant is also going to cook the bread for us. That's really cool. And it makes sense because the restaurant did want fuel. And why would it want fuel if it doesn't cook anything? Honestly, it's really important to get this right because if we don't, our colonists are going to go hungry. And they do, I think, just stop working. Our couriers just stop bringing things over from the warehouse. And that's never where you want to be. So in the restaurant's inventory, we're going to put some bread dough. We're going to put some charcoal. And we're going to put some regular potatoes. We're going to take a little bit of dough and a few potatoes. And if we right-click on Lisha,
So wise.
we can go to her open requests. She wants baked potatoes now. So we're just gonna, wait, they're gone. Okay, look at this, she's cooking. Amazing. Lisha works, the system works, and I imagine if Sir Amaranth comes over here, he can grab a bite to eat, get himself sorted. But I think for now, we'll dump the rest of this in here, and I think we're sorted. Amazing. Next up, it's time to build the tavern. The second big thing we wanted to do this episode, and oh my god, big is an understatement. This thing is colossal. It's going to take us a long time to build this, but we've got all the materials we need, so I think we should be good to go. I'll do some back and forth in getting things from the stone cutter, and then we can begin. The tavern's going to be great, but I'm trying to think, did they even drink alcohol back in ancient Egypt? I don't know. And if they did, what kind of alcohol did they drink? Did they have like, I don't know, like sugarcane beer or something? I don't even know what grew in ancient Egypt. Who knows? So it's a question for the ages. The tavern's great because it gives you 4 beds, which is a place for the first 4 colonists you have to live. It really should be one of the first buildings you build. We got a bit slack because in the Nile style, it's huge. It was a big commitment with a lot of resources, but now we've got resources down on farm. We can really attempt this and make a really nice looking tavern. Oh yeah. Once again, a shout out to Spumantii for nailing this style pretty well. I'm very happy with how this looks. There's no reason to hire a bartender at the tavern, but still, I'm quite interested in taking a poke around, and let's see what this tavern looks like. So there it is, the tavern. It looks amazing. Oh my god, these trees, they just look so good. Now, it can be really difficult to design good-looking trees. These look incredible. But we've also got some visitors coming over here. Stanian? Really? Okay. Now, as always, yeah, your names that you contribute to the names list, Patreon and YouTube members, they also become the names of people that visit at the tavern. So we'll get a few dudes over here coming to say hello. There's a bed in here. That's a place for a colonist to stay, looking pretty good. Then over here, another one. There should be 2 more around because, yeah, we're supposed to have 4 beds with a tavern, but I only see 2 at the moment. Oh no, here we go. A double bed over here. Wow. So you get either a building made out of mud or a crappy little tent. Wow. Don't know who's sleeping here, but whatever. The guard tower, looks like, gets placed over here. That's good to know. And for build option, whoa. Oh my god. So for level 1 guard towers, all we need is a standing barrel. So getting guards on the colony is not going to be hard. A lot of buildings come with free guard towers. There's a lot of barrels over here, looking pretty good. And if you want to get a bite to eat, or maybe a drink, you come over here to the bar. There's no bartender, but we'll get one, I'm sure. In fact, I wonder, maybe we could rub our lamp. I've put it in my chest. But maybe Genie wants to be the bartender. But all in all, yeah, the tavern is built amazing. But that is where we're going to call this episode, my dudes. Now, there's still a lot of work to do, and I think the Sultan was right. I'm going to go around and build some more retaining walls around the edge of the river, maybe put down some roads as well, because we want to get the area mapped out in our heads and give us a framework to put buildings on. Keep those wishes coming in as well, because yeah, we've got a genie. We should put him to use to get some of the things we're going to need that are really hard to get in a desert world. But a massive thank you for watching. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe, consider becoming a YouTube or a Patreon member to support the series, and a massive thank you for watching, my dudes. Until next time, take care.